Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0456, indicates that the EVAP, Evaporative Emission Control System, has detected a very small leak. This system is crucial as it prevents fuel vapors from escaping into the atmosphere, which contributes to air pollution. The components involved include the EVAP canister purge valve, and various hoses and sensors. Typically located near the fuel tank, the EVAP canister stores fuel vapors until they can be returned to the engine for combustion. The DTC is confirmed through the vehicle's onboard diagnostics and may require specific testing tools, such as a vacuum pump and gauges for accurate troubleshooting. Symptoms associated with this code can vary, but may include the illumination of the check engine light and potential fuel efficiency issues. Addressing this issue early is vital to maintain the integrity of the vehicle's emission system. The DTC P0456 specifically refers to the EVAP system identifying a very small leak. The main role of the EVAP system is to capture and store fuel vapors emanating from the fuel tank, to prevent these hazardous emissions from entering the atmosphere. Key components include the EVAP canister, which stores vapor, the EVAP canister purge valve that regulates vapor flow into the engine, and a series of hoses for appropriate connection and sealing. The EVAP canister is usually situated close to the fuel tank, and routine inspections ensure its integrity. A leak, even a very small one, can cause the system to malfunction and trigger the check engine light, which is a crucial indication for necessary attention and repair. Several possible causes may lead to DTC P0456 being triggered. One common issue is blocked hoses that are part of the EVAP system. These hoses must be clear and intact to allow fuel vapors to flow correctly. Secondly, a faulty EVAP canister purge valve can also cause this issue. If this valve does not function correctly, it may not control vapor flow as intended, leading to leaks. Furthermore, a damaged EVAP canister itself can result in vapor loss. Comprehensive diagnostics are essential to identify these issues correctly so that they can be addressed without further complicating the matter with unnecessary repairs. One of the primary symptoms associated with DTC P0456 is the illumination of the check engine light. This light often serves as the first indication to the driver that there is an issue that requires attention. Additionally, there may be noticeable fuel odors, especially after the vehicle is parked, which could indicate a vapor leak. Drivers may also experience poor fuel economy, as a malfunction in the EVAP system could disrupt the combustion process. Prompt attention to these symptoms is necessary to prevent further damage to the engine and emission system. For the first troubleshooting step, it's essential to initially switch the vehicle to the on mode without starting the engine. This action powers the onboard diagnostic system, allowing it to assess the various components associated with the DTC. Next, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, clear the existing diagnostic trouble codes, including the P0456 code. Following this, select the EVAP test option, specifically the EVAP leak check module test. This test will help determine if the EVAP system is functioning correctly. If the test result is okay, it's possible that the problem may be intermittent, prompting further inspection of connections and terminals to ensure they are secure and devoid of corrosion. In this step, the focus is on the EVAP canister drain hose. First, inspect the hose for any signs of blockage or restrictions. This hose is responsible for draining fuel vapors from the EVAP system. If there is a blockage found, it needs to be removed, which might involve cleaning or replacing the drain hose. Ensuring that this hose is free of obstructions is critical, as any blockage can significantly impact the functioning of the entire EVAP system and ultimately lead to vehicle performance issues. Once confirmed that there is no blockage, you can proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. The third step is crucial, as it involves inspecting the EVAP canister filter. Start by carefully removing the filter from its installation point, after which you must examine both the filter and the attached hoses for blockages. The filter plays a significant role in capturing fuel vapors and preventing contaminants from entering the EVAP system. If any blockages are detected, they should be removed promptly. In instances where the filter is significantly damaged or clogged, replacement might be necessary to ensure optimal performance. If all parts are confirmed to be clear, you can confidently move on to the next troubleshooting step. During Step 4, the EVAP canister purge valve needs to be evaluated for leaks. Start by removing the purge valve, ensuring the connector and vacuum hose remain attached during the examination. Next, disconnect the vacuum hose from the purge valve and prepare to integrate a T-fitting and a vacuum gauge with the vacuum pump. The objective here is to apply a controlled vacuum of approximately 2 kilopascals, 0.6-inch height, 15 millimeters mercury, to the line. It's crucial to monitor whether the vacuum holds for at least 1 minute. If the vacuum holds, this indicates that there are no leaks detected at this valve, allowing you to progress to the next step in troubleshooting. In contrast, if the vacuum does not hold, it strongly suggests that the purge valve is faulty and must be replaced. In this step, you'll need to further diagnose potential leaks by focusing on the EVAP canister and associated components. Begin by turning the vehicle to an off or lock mode, as this will ensure safety while you work on the vehicle. Disconnect the fuel vent tube from the EVAP canister, ensuring to plug the EVAP canister port to prevent any additional leakage during testing. Next, utilize the vacuum pump again to apply vacuum to the appropriate hose. The goal is to ensure the system can maintain vacuum pressure, which is a sign of integrity regarding the EVAP canister and related components. Utilizing the HDS, check the parameters displayed for consistency. If the system can hold the vacuum, then proceed. If signs of vacuum loss are identified, it indicates further issues may exist, leading you to further inspections in the following steps. Step 6 requires another rigorous check of the EVAP canister itself to ascertain its integrity. First, disconnect the EVAP canister drain hose from the EVAP leak check module port and be sure to plug the opening at the module. Now you can attach the T-fitting, vacuum gauge, and the vacuum pump for this inspection. Slowly apply a vacuum of about 2 kilopascals, 0.6-inch Hagging, 15 millimeters inch Hagging, to the drain hose. Monitor the gauge carefully to determine if the hose is holding the vacuum. If it does indeed hold, this confirms that the EVAP canister itself is functioning properly. However, if there is a vacuum loss, it implies either a poor connection or damages in the EVAP purge line, warranting immediate replacement of the EVAP canister. Step 7 focuses on examining connections associated with the fuel fill pipe and the fuel tank vapor recirculation tube. This stage is critical, as poor connections or visible damage in these parts can significantly affect the overall performance of the EVAP system. Inspect both the fill pipe and vapor recirculation tube thoroughly for any signs of wear or damage. All connections must be solid and without leaks, as any gap can lead to vapor loss mimicking the symptoms of DTC P0456. If these components and their connections are confirmed to be in good condition, you can proceed to the next troubleshooting step. But if damage is found, you may need to replace the fuel tank to ensure a secure and effective seal. In Step 8, the attention turns to the shutoff valve. a component essential for maintaining system integrity. Begin by ensuring the vehicle is in the off or lock mode for safety. Now, examine the diaphragm flap within the shutoff valve to confirm it is seated and closed properly when the system is not in use. A closed flap is crucial for preventing unwanted vapor emission into the atmosphere. If the flap fails to securely close, this could potentially allow vapors to escape, indicating a malfunction in this component. If the flap is functioning as it should, you may now advance to the next step. Step 9 involves a thorough inspection of the shutoff valve seal. This is integral to maintaining the EVAP system's pressure and functionality. Check the flap seal of the shutoff valve and the corresponding mating surface to identify any wear or damage. A missing or damaged flap seal can lead to significant vapor loss and trigger the DTC P0456. If you identify issues with the seal, then the main flap unit will need to be replaced to ensure the system operates correctly again. If everything checks out fine, additional checks on the fuel tank unit base gasket and the fuel tank itself may be warranted to ensure an effective seal overall. After completing all necessary steps and repairs, it's essential to verify that the issue has been successfully resolved. Start by clearing the diagnostic trouble codes once more using the HDS. Following this, it is advisable to perform a series of tests and drive cycles to ensure the EVAP system is functioning correctly. Monitoring the system during this phase is key to confirming that the DTC P0456 does not reappear. If it does reappear, it indicates that further investigation may be required, potentially revisiting the steps outlined in this guide to identify any overlooked areas. Effective diagnostics and repairs not only facilitate compliance with emission standards, but also maintain overall vehicle performance. To prevent future issues with DTC P0456, regular maintenance is essential. Schedule regular inspections of the EVAP system components to ensure everything is functioning as it should. Checking the hoses for any signs of wear, cracking, or blockages can preempt many common issues that lead to leaks. It's also important to monitor the overall condition of the fuel system as well, including the tank and related components. Keeping tabs on the fuel quality can also make a substantial difference, as using fresh fuel reduces volatility issues. Preventive measures not only enhance driving safety, but also uphold the vehicle's performance and reliability. In conclusion, understanding DTC P0456, indicating an EVAP system very small leak, is essential for maintaining vehicle health. Key components such as the EVAP canister, purge valve, and associated hoses are pivotal in ensuring emissions control. Thorough and systematic diagnosis is crucial to identifying and rectifying leaks within the EVAP system, which can significantly impact vehicle performance. Regular preventive maintenance can help in minimizing the likelihood of encountering this issue in the future. Being proactive about vehicle upkeep not only saves time and money in repairs, but also contributes to a cleaner environment by reducing harmful emissions. Knowledge of this DTC and its implications reinforces the importance of a well-functioning EVAP system. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.